The next gun we're going to talk about is a gun that was a bit of a surprise to me, and not necessarily in a good way. We've been actually selling this product for a number of years here. This is the Utg Master Sniper. It's another Remington 700 design sniper rifle, so it has those classic lines. And there's a few upsides of the gun that one of the reasons why we always carried it is, number one, they're dependable. We didn't see a lot of these guns coming back. That's always sort of been one of my main things when we're selling guns, is if the gun establishes itself as being problematic, where it's constantly breaking down or having mechanical difficulties, I just won't sell it, because I just like to sleep at night knowing that I'm selling people products that are going to last, which they do. The real letdown on this particular gun was in the accuracy department.
Yeah.
Which is a huge surprise to me.
Yeah, so first things first, with the FPS, we clocked ours in at about 465 was the average.
Now they advertise it at 400 to 450, so it is actually performing above what the manufacturer specs were, which is good.
For FPS, it's pretty good, but when we actually got into the accuracy, it was abysmal. It was a 22-inch grouping, and that's being kind of generous.
That's being very generous.
We had a lot of flyers going left and right, up and down.
The paper we were shooting at, just so you can get a rough idea, was this big. So half of the shots completely missed the target altogether. So that was pretty depressing. And then you can see the shots just sort of ranged all about the paper. With some guns, you'll get a pattern where you'll notice it's shooting low and left or high and left or whatever.
And you can compensate for that if need be.
It was so random.
Sporadic. You just couldn't.
And I don't know exactly what you could do to, does it have an extremely large bore on the barrel that causes it to fire that randomly?
A part of our disclosure with this, and this gun in particular, is that, I mean, we could have gotten a lemon. We don't have another one we can test, unfortunately. For all we know, the barrel's bent or something. The bore's really big.
I think we don't know. Be consistently shooting curveballs. This one was just.
Well, regardless, we're not 100% sure if it's just this particular one or every single one, but regardless, when we tested this one, we just were not pleased.
No. Now the upsides on the gun is it comes with a bipod, it comes with spare magazines. The magazines are readily available if you want to get additional magazines.
It's affordable. It's not bad.
But the downside is, unfortunately, it's terribly inaccurate. So I'm a little on the fence about this one as to whether or not we're going to continue to sell this model. Because of that, because I really don't want to be selling guns that people are not going to have any kind of real.
Going back to our discussion, one of the biggest things as a sniper that you want to strive for is going to be consistency. I mean, you want your shots, they might be a little left, but if they're all a little left, you can compensate for that. That's part of the art of sniping, so to speak. But when it comes to this rifle, where you can't compensate because it's just going everywhere, that really makes you question whether or not this is worth it. If you're really getting into it, you don't want to upgrade it right out of the box. You just want to spend the money and get right to playing. Probably wouldn't recommend this.
Would not be something that I feel comfortable recommending at this time. We're going to keep an eye on them, because I've had a number of other ones that we've sold, so I want to get some of them to, if you bought one of them, bring it back so we can test fire it here, because I'm curious to see, in comparison, if this was just an anomaly, or is this something that you can expect for all of them?
We've sold a few that people have come back and said they've enjoyed them, so, the
ones that I have come back have all been people that have retired from airsofting and just wanted to do something else.
Right.
But I've never had one of these come back with somebody with a complaint about it. So we're gonna stay tuned, because we're gonna dig into this in a future video and see what's going on with this. But for now, I just would not feel comfortable recommending the Utg Master Sniper to anybody.